We cannot dig ourselves out of this shithole if we're going to just rely on professional politicians all the time. Step up. If you're an ordinary person with an ordinary job and you're working in a constituency, do come forward. Everybody should come forward and have a go. That's what they should do. Well, greetings to you. Just want to share a thought or two with you. It seems to me that the whole point of a representative democracy should have been, and I suppose hasn't been for some time, that your constituency puts forward somebody to represent you at Westminster. And it should seem to me also that that individual should be of your constituency. And I think if it's not, there's something wrong. It certainly should be. And people who have a go, I had a go in 2004, I believed in Brexit. And it was a personal thing. I've never been involved in politics in my life. I had a moderately successful career in the city and I was quite happy jogging along. But I felt that I had to make a change, and I was invited to join UKIP years ago, and I had a crack at it, and I was elected and then re-elected, and I was at it for 10 years, and I finished as an independent, but that's not the point. The point is, as an ordinary citizen, as an ordinary Joe, I thought I'd have a crack at it for the good of my country. And I had 10 years of the most appalling abuse, and sometimes personal and just sometimes totally and utterly ill-informed, and a lot of it drummed up by the press. It's water off a duck's back to me, that kind of thing. Frankly, I don't care. But it does put a lot of people off coming into politics, which is a shame. Because it means we end up with no ordinary people like us, representing us. They're just professional politicians. Chancers, ne'er-do-wells, the likes of Andy Burnham in Makerfield, for example, who's making a career of politics, who seems to be an affable chap, a nice enough chap, generally well liked, but I smell a wrong. I think I know a wronger when I smell one, and he is one. As all professional politicians are. It's got nothing to do with him being Labour or Conservative, or indeed anybody else. But in Makerfield, this by-election that's coming up, we have two candidates. We have Bob Kenyon, who's a local plumber, and we have Miss Shepherd, whatever her name is. Excuse me while I just check it. Rebecca Shepherd. Yeah, sorry about that, Rebecca Shepherd, who are having a go, which is very commendable in my view, to have a go and stick their head above the parapet. Now, I don't know really much about either of them, but I do commend them for their spirit, their public spirit. But already the personal abuse is coming, first of all from The Guardian, which is a newspaper that should know better, who's criticising Bob Kenyon because he was, several years ago at the beginning of COVID apparently, briefing against having the jab. And that apparently, according to The Guardian, I think it was just yesterday, says he's not fit for public office. Well, just a minute. The more that comes out about this COVID jab, the more we know about this, and it's coming out all the time. By God, he was right. He was right in spades. In spades, wasn't he? And to suggest now, when we know all this, that he's not fit for office because he's stuck out against the idea of this bogus vaccination, which was never a vaccination, he's to be commended, surely. And Rebecca Shepherd, she's getting some stick from some very stupid people saying, oh, she's not representing the people of Makerfield, she's horsey, she's got horses, she's got this, that and the other, she's not reflecting working people. Believe me, I've been associated in and around with horses now for 40 years. We've got our own stables. We don't have horses anymore. We have a little bit of livery, but that's really just to facilitate a neighbour. It's very hard work for very little margin. To try and portray her as a toff because she works with horses is completely stupid and bogus. And I think we need to understand that if we want to get ordinary people back into politics, we have to stop this personal abuse from other people, from political opponents, and from people who should know better in editorials of national newspapers. I find it very, very irritating. We cannot dig ourselves out of this shithole if we're going to just rely on professional politicians all the time. Step up, whether you were in favour of Brexit or not. It doesn't matter what it was in the past. If you're an ordinary person with an ordinary job and you're working in a constituency, do come forward. Everybody should come forward and have a go. That's what they should do. And to abuse people for that, I think, is shameful. Shameful.